Jess nodded. The bar was needed to open jammed doors and, in theory, to deflect any electrical blast safely into the floor. The body grasping the bar showed how well that worked. Jess took a deep breath, stepped to the smoking corpse and, with a shudder, prized the metal bar from charred fingers. It came free easily. If it hadn't, Jess was sure he'd have lost the meager contents of his stomach. Standing, he turned to face the airlock. The ship seemed different from the others Jess had seen in the hangars. Where most were blocky, often with garish paint jobs, this one was smooth, streamlined, and silver all over. No access panels, no warning signs, no external pipework. All that broke the side he looked at were the faint outlines of the airlock and a lock panel to the right of it, the panel where the booby trap had been set. Jess peered closely at the lock panel, taking care not to touch it. It was a standard-looking access system, with a number pad to enter the combination and a display above. Wires ran from it to a cracker unit, which showed a long series of digits. Had the last prisoner just got unlucky? Mistyped a number? Jess reached out to start typing, but then paused. Somehow the panel looked wrong. It seemed to jar with the rest of the ship. Stepping back a little, he studied the ship's side again, following the outline of the airlock. To the left, he found a slight indentation in the hull at shoulder height. Gingerly, he reached out and pressed, body tensed. Nothing happened. Jess let out a shaky breath. Then he noticed that the outline of the door seemed a little clearer, and as he watched, the entire door slid sideways, revealing a small airlock. "Well done, kid," said the older man, stepping forwards and clapping Jess on the shoulder. "Plenty of room for the three of us. The guards won't come in with us, not until we've finished clearing the main traps from inside. Come on." The man stepped into the airlock. Jess stepped in to his left, the girl to his right. The outer door closed quickly, leaving them in darkness. "Matt!" the girl's voice snapped out. "Sorry," muttered the man, Matt, flicking on an electric lantern. "Wasn't expecting the door to close that quick. Hope the inner door opens soon. The air in here won't last that long." "Yeah, thanks, Matt. Like this doesn't suck enough without thoughts like that." "Sorry, Sal." Matt turned. Jess could just make his face out. "Hey, kid, what's your name?" "Jess." "Jess. Well, Jess, I'm Matthew. Matt normally, and this is Sal. You seem to have some smarts, so maybe you'll be around long enough for us to need your name. Or stuck in this airlock long enough to need it." "Matt," hissed Sal, "you know I hate the thought of getting trapped on one of these ships. Can you please shut up?" Before Matt could reply, the inner door smoothly drew back, so quickly that Jess, who had been leaning on it, stumbled out. Matt stepped out next, holding the lamp up, followed by Sal. Jess looked around in wonder. The only ships he'd been on before were prisoner transport barges, all bare metal and dirt, stinking of fear and filth. This was a different world. The room they were in was the width of the ship and about 20 meters long. It was sparkling clean and completely empty, lit by gentle lighting in the ceiling. A door to their right led towards the front of the ship, another to the left towards the back. Matt turned off the lantern. "Be careful," Matt said. "Just because it looks empty doesn't mean there can't be traps." They took a few tentative steps, then a sharp beeping made Jess freeze in place. "Relax, kid," laughed Matt, pulling a radio off his belt. "We're in," he said into it. "What took you so long?" came the crackly reply. The inner door didn't open for a while. We just got into the main ship." The radio stayed silent for a few seconds. Suddenly, burning pain slammed through Jess's entire body. As his muscles all convulsed, he dropped to the floor. He lay there for several seconds before he realized that the collar had turned off almost as soon as it had been activated. As he climbed back to his feet, the radio crackled into life again where Matt had dropped it on the floor. "Just a reminder that you aren't safe in there," came the guard's voice. "Now get on with it." "Bastards," muttered Sal.